Hey YouTube family, this is Courtney. I'm back again with another quick video I wanted to share with you all. And today I want to talk to you about those moments that we have in life, and I like to refer to them as dark moments that we experience, that we have no control of over, and sometimes we may be the common reason as to why we are experiencing them, and sometimes we're not. There are dark moments that come into each of one of our lives. So I want to quickly just make this video for you, just to share some tips with you, and hopefully it will bless you. I know that it will, as it blesses me. And I noticed lately that I have come across people just in passing in the grocery store, or even friends or family members that are actually going through a moment in their life, and that moment can range from something that's very small and personal to something that's very huge and dramatic, and maybe and it's very personal, it's very it's involving a lot of people, but it's a moment in their life where they just feel like, I don't know what to do, who to talk to, where to go. It's not fair. They feel defeated. So that's what I call having a moment in life, and we all have them. I go through them. I've been there, been through them. And so it's kind of like, what do you do when you are experiencing that moment in life? So the first thing, when people do come to me, or I am speaking with them about the moments that they are having, is that I have to remind them that, no one ever said first that life was going to be easy. No one promised you that life was going to be filled with nothing but joy and laughter. It would be nice, but unfortunately it's not. Nor did they promise you that you will never experience a dark moment. Those are the moments that we find ourselves stuck between a rock and a hard place. The moments where, bills need to be paid, and our money is looking funny. The company is going to another country, and we're getting laid off, and the funds that we do have are getting very low, and we still have to survive. That's a dark moment. Dark moments are where you went to a doctor visit for a regular checkup, and then you get a call and come to find out that you have 6 months to a year to live, or you've been diagnosed with some type of illness, or find out that you are subject to having some type of illness if you don't have it make a change in your life. Those are dark moments, where the one that promised to love, honor, and cherish and adore you would be there, unfortunately, drops the ball and break your heart. That can put someone in their personal dark moment. It is where you feel broke, busted, hated, and not even by others, but by yourself. You feel this way towards yourself, that you're not worthy, that you're not lovable, that you're not beautiful, that you're not man enough, you're not woman enough, that you're just not worthy enough. It is where you realize you no longer have it under control, but yet that the particular issue that you're dealing with is controlling you. That is a dark moment. A dark moment where you're just want to give up and say, the hell with this. It's not even worth it. I don't want to deal with it anymore. That can put someone in a dark moment. It is a moment where, you're a single parent, trying to provide and do the best that you can to raise your child or your children on your own with little to no help at all. That can put someone in one of life's dark moments. And it's very unfair that you feel that you are left alone to take care of this blessing when you did not create this blessing by yourself. Having to deal with the ups and downs of being a single parent, that can put you in a very have a dark moment in life, because it can get hard. It can be very tedious, and it is a moment in your life where you feel like life is not worth living, that you think that that you're better off dead. Those moments are just a few moments, of our life that can bring us into that deep moment, and if we're not careful, it can actually pushes us into that depressing room filled with nothing but hurt, with nothing but neglect, depression, suicidal thoughts, fear of failure, hopelessness and being hopeless. It can really push us there. Having anxiety, not wanting to be here. So those are some of the, just, of course, there is a plethora of them that we can go on and on and on about our dark moments, but that's just a few. And those are some of the few things that I have come across, um, interacting with other people and talking with other people that they come to me. So the question comes to, what do you do when life takes you there? What do you do when this dark cloud comes and you can't seem to see the sun on the other end? What do you do when life takes you there and you just feels like this is not fair? I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to handle this. I feel I can't handle this. I am depressed. I'm hurt. I feel busted, broken, disgusted. What do you do? So, what I'm going to do for you is share with you again 5 steps that you could take, and that I strongly advise that you do take, and that I have taken, and that I do take when I experience life dark moments. Because believe it or not, whether we want to go through it, it's gonna come sooner or later. We're gonna all experience it. It's like a revolving door. That's just what it is. But the thing is not to break us. It's not designed to kill us, to take us out. There is a lesson in each dark moment that we experience in our life. There is a lesson, and it's up to us to learn from that lesson. And each time that we get these blow at the blow at the blow, going through these dark moments, little do we know we are evolving, we're growing, we're getting stronger, we're toughening up our skin, we're getting wiser, we're getting wisdom. And it's not just for self, it is for it to reach back and pull someone else along the way, because the path that you're on to becoming a better version of yourself and loving yourself and trying to grow and evolve in yourself, even in that dark moment, this storm, is it's a bittersweet situation. It's bitter because you have to go through it. You have to experience this. You're going to have to endure it. But the sweet part is when you come out on the other side, and to look back, and then you can actually take this experience and say, hey, if I conquered this, I can get through anything. And then someone else you're going to meet along your path, and it's your responsibility to pay it forward. So the first thing you want to do when you are experiencing a dark moment, and this is what works for me, is that I just learned how to, even if I didn't feel like it, or even if a part of me didn't really believe, I just began to pray. I cried out to my creator, who hears all and knows all, telling him my total concern, my fears, my situation. And I know they say you're not supposed to question God, but I had questions and I needed answers. So I asked him. I asked him also, in addition to strengthen me, to cover me, to direct me, to heal me. We all know that there is power in prayer, that there's nothing too hard for God that he cannot heal. And also, we have to learn how to tap into the God within us so that we can use the authority that he has given us to help pull us out of this dark situation. So the first thing you want to do is pray and cry out to God and ask your creator to send you any and everything that you need to pull yourself out of this, because this is not right, this is not fair. However you feel, be honest with him. And like I said, sometimes it may feel as if like God does not hear us and that he is not answering, because we have to take responsibility of who we are and who we are in him, and tap into that thing so that we can awaken the inner spirit within us so that we can help ourselves. It comes to a point in time, he's going to let you go and take the training wheels off, and it's like, hey, you know what you need to do, you know how you can solve this problem, you know who you need to eliminate out of your life, you know what you need to stop doing, you know you need to stop going there, hanging with him, being with her, and et cetera, et cetera. You know what you need to do to help pull yourself out of that dark moment. So you have to take accountability when you are praying and asking God to help you, to be like, what is it that I can do? And that sometimes is to tap into the God within and awaken him or her so that she can begin to lead, so that your spirit can begin to lead you. So that's the first thing that you want to do, is just you want to pray. After you start praying and starting to build up your strength, that's when you need to start opening up your mouth and speak life over your situation. Words are very powerful, and they have ways of manifesting things in our lives. We can put it out into the atmosphere, and the universe has a way of cooking up. The only thing that we need to do is to be in alignment, so when it gets ready to give birth, we can receive it. So you need to start speaking life over your dead situation. Yeah, your bank account may be in a negative, but you speak to it and speak wealth over yourself. Speak wealth and financial breakthroughs to yourself, and take necessary actions so that you can receive that. If you are sick, say that you are healed. If your kids are being disobedient, tell them that they will be obedient, that they are good children. Speak the opposite of whatever your situation is, and watch how the universe will begin to hear you and has no choice but to operate in that particular thing that you're speaking. You have the authority again to tap into that thing that God has given us, which is the power of our tongue, and speak that thing into existence. So the second thing you need to do is to take control over the things that you can control and to speak. If you have a situation where your marriage is failing, you don't always have to, it doesn't always have to end up in divorce. It doesn't always have to end up in a negative thing. Speak life into your marriage. Speak life into your husband. Speak life into your wife. Speak life into your children, your family, your finances. Speak life into it. You do not always have to agree. If the doctor give you a bad report, just take it and say, by his stripes I'm healed. I know that I am healed. I'm telling myself that I am healed. Take proper necessary actions so that you can heal yourself. Do what you can do. Take the authority, speak life over it, and believe that you have the authority to turn that thing around. So that's the second thing you need to do. And the third thing you need to do, sometimes in that dark moment, we can feel so overwhelmed. We can feel like, I can't go on, I can't go on. And that's when we need to learn how to press that pause button. Yeah, we need to pause sometimes. Sometimes we keep moving and moving and moving. Our mind is in overload. Our actions are in overload. Our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions are in overload. Sometimes we just need to have a woosah moment and just pause. Just pause. Do whatever it is for a moment to just continue to love on you, to take care of you, whether it's going for a walk, laying out by the water, listening to your music, something that is very intimate for yourself, by yourself, with yourself, so that you can get to that point of just having a freeze moment. You need to pause. And the reason why I say pause is because so much is going on inside and outside that it can kind of conflict with each other. So by pausing, it gives you a moment to let everything filter, settle down, so that you can continue to take action, the necessary actions to get yourself out of this dark moment. So that is the third thing. The fourth thing I want you all to do, in which I did, and it actually took a lot out of me, because at one point in my life I was very prideful. I wanted to hide and be hush hush about things. I didn't want to do this. But the fourth thing is very important, and that is to ask for help. It is nothing wrong with saying, hey, this ball is too heavy for me to carry by myself. This burden is too heavy to carry by myself. Yes, I've prayed about it. Yes, I've given it over to him. But in the same breath, I need somebody to help carry this. So it's no problem with asking for help. And help could be with someone that you trust, someone that you call a friend, that you can express your feelings to, and that you trust them giving you the right advice so that you can take. Getting help can also mean, it's your spiritual guide, your spiritual counselor, a spiritual sister, a spiritual brother, a pastor, a minister, and even taking it to a professional level and going to go see a professional counselor, a therapist, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, if it gets that far. It's nothing wrong with asking for help. To me personally, I think that asking for help when you're in a dark moment, it does not resemble or illustrate weakness. To me, it illustrates and it exudes strength and power, because you have enough sense, you have enough power to say, yes, I know who I am, and I know what I want, I know what I need, but I just need a little bit of help to help me carry the weight. I'm not asking you to take over or to hold my hand through every situation or through every turn. I'm just asking for a little assistance, help, so that I can continue to get up every day, put one foot in front of the other, so that I can use the strength within me, waken the God within me, so that I can push through this thing. That's all that help. That's all that it means when it says getting help. Getting help does not mean laying on your back and just asking for everyone to do this for you and to do that for you and to take you here, do this. That doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that you want a group or rally of people around you to throw a pity party. That's not what help means. Help just simply means I just need a little help taking the pressure off, so that I can glide through this, so that I can walk through it, or even have to crawl my way. But by any means necessary, I'm going to get through it. I just need a little help. So asking for help is not wrong. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Asking for help is so necessary. So don't put your pride aside and just say, hey, I need some help. Talk about it. Say what you need. Speak what it is that you need. Speak your truth and ask for help. It's nothing wrong with it. So that's the fourth thing you need to do. So after you've done all that, now that you are somewhat equipped, it is your responsibility to take control of your life. So that's why it is imperative that you take action. You have to do some work. You have to be honest and be open with yourself and say, what is it that I did to contribute to this thing? What actions did I did to cause this on myself? Was I not spending my money wisely? Was I inviting people into my personal space that has given off some negative energy, and it rubbed off on me, and now I'm feeling this type of way, or this causing this type of thing on me? What is it that I did wrong that I can do different, so that I can try my best to prevent this from happening again? Because we're not perfect. Chances are it may happen, but what can I do to not do this again? So I have to take action. I have to put forth the action plan, so that I won't continue to keep tripping over the same thing and manifesting the same thing in my life. So that's the part where you have to take action. Do I need to, if it's financial situation, do I need to get a better job? Do I need to try to go back to school so that I can get a career? What is my purpose? And I'm a firm believer that your purpose in life will it will provide your provision for you. It'll bring in the wealth. It'll bring in the money. It'll bring in the peace. All that good stuff. So find your purpose. Take action. Is it a particular relationship that is not healthy for you, and you know it's not healthy? That they're bringing these negative things into your life. They're bringing this negative energy and this negative force into your life. The vibe is not right. It's off. And if you know this, then it's time for you to take action and sever this thing from the root. And he or she got to go, because they are interrupting your world. They are turning it upside down. They're not bringing any type of completion, no happiness, nothing into your life. They're only bringing drama, and it's showing up in the outcome. And that is the reason why you're in this dark place. So this dark moment. So you need to take actions and be honest and be bold about it, because your life depends on it. I say it all the time, that you are the CEO of your life. It is very imperative that you take control over your world, set boundaries, take necessary actions, so that this thing will not happen again. And I always say, life is not scripted. We don't know what may happen tomorrow. We don't know what tomorrow may bring. We don't know. But what we can do is try our best to make and create the best world that we can for ourselves. When we experience these dark moments in our lives, it is very imperative to follow those 5 steps. They work for me. I do pray that it works for you. Take what you can from it. Use it. What you don't think is beneficial for you, exit out or replace it with something that does work for you. But in everything, just remember that you are, as long as there's breath in your body, it's not over. I don't care how deep this particular dark place got you in. You can always get yourself out. Cry out to God, awaken the God within you, and cry out for help. Get with someone that you trust, that you're comfortable with. Ask God to send someone in your path if you don't have anyone, so that you can help yourself get out of this dark place. Because unfortunately, if you continue to sink, you're going to drown, and this thing can kill you, if not physically, but spiritually. So I hope and pray that this works for you as it worked for me, and it is working for me because I still have issues just like everybody else. I'm an open book. I'm not perfect. I tell the next person I'm flawed, but hey, I'm perfect in my imperfections, and I'm okay with that. So take what you need from this. I pray that this bless you the way that it blessed me, and remember to always love yourself. You are important. You matter. You deserve nothing but the best. Never settle for less. And remember that self-love is truly the best love. Peace.